Hello everyone. Gonna be playing a relaxing, slow game, I think, again today. This was free on PSN a while ago. I think it's a story-driven thing. We'll see what happens. Burly Men at Sea. Oh, we're already playing, I guess? Maybe? Wait, let me start the timer. Alright. Aha. Oh, what's this? Calls one of the fishermen. Some kind of rubbish in the nets? Useless sea chart, grumbles at the hasty one. Nothing on it but our own island. A map cast to sea without purpose? Must be more to it, argues the steady one. The brave one brightens. A mystery, eh? Folks in the village may know something of it. We should head back. Oh god. So we can either go left or right, I guess. Can we enter doors or... no, maybe not. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, we can enter doors. Maybe? How do I control this shit? It's not really doing anything. Ah. The man glances up at their approach, then returns to work. To his work with a grunt. Mind if we interrupt for a moment? Shouts Steadybeard. See, we caught something strange this morning and we thought you might know something of it. It's mysterious, adds Bravebeard. There's a brief pause as the man stops hammering. He grunts. They wait. It appears he has nothing further to add. Hands still fucked? Yeah. They kinda hurt still, so, eh. I'll play something that doesn't require any input. Or much input. NBA Jam was, painful. That's nothing, I guess. The controls of this are really fucking weird. Alright, can I enter this house? Why? Huh. God, these controls are awkward. I have Life is Strange, yeah. I don't know if I have it on Xbox or PS4 though. Well, if it isn't the brother's beard, what can I do for you fellas? Steadybeard prepares to speak, but the question is interrupted by Hastybeard. Know anything about maps? We found one. Hey, not an ordinary one, exclaims Bravebeard. It's mysterious. The loaf-shaped woman continues working silently for a moment, then pauses to look up. Mystery, is it? Afraid I'm not the imaginative type, boys. We're old friends, the ordinary and I, she concludes, returning to her work. Okay. I hate that the cursor disappears and then reappears somewhere randomly. There we go. Chickens. Is this, do I talk to the cow? Is this ocarina of time? Bravebeard sidles over to the chewing cow. I don't know what that means. You wouldn't know anything about mysterious maps, would you, old girl? He pretends not to wait for an answer. Alright, anything chickeny? Brock! Well, that's that. A sea chart, eh? The young man shrugs. Can't say I know much about him, with these landlocked legs of mine. Old fella next door in the coffee shop might have answers. What a weird fucking game. Alright. You'll be wanting a drink and seat by the fire, I expect. The men cast a dubious glance at the tiny stools before complying with a shrug. Behind them proceeds a friendly whir of mechanical sounds. God, did he break his arm? The old man soon approaches with a steaming tray. Single origin espresso, roasted himself, he declares. They stare blankly. He sighs. Coffee. Relaxing. The men sip cautiously, eyes widened. Now, what have you found? He chuckles at their stunned faces. Observation, that's all. Folks come in with questions, and yours is plainly rolled in your hand. Steadybeard grins. Aye. Then you are the man we want to see. He unrolls the parchment between them. All lean in. The old man deliberates for a moment before speaking. Seems what ye have here is a variety of map that brings about adventurous deeds and heroic feats. Aye, Bravebeard leaps from his seat to pound Steadybeard on the back. But there's nothing on it, remarks Hastybeard flatly, eyeing the old man. The old man grins at his skeptical look. Aye, it is a worthwhile adventure that begins with the unknown. This map has tales yet to tell. He turns to walk away. Oh there, what sort of tales? Calls Bravebeard. That depends, replies the old man. On what sort he chooses. He crosses the room, disappearing through a doorway behind the counter. Steadybeard coughs awkwardly. Neat. Guess we'll be going then. Thanks for the suppresso? He tries. There's no answer. The suppresso. Alright. Got our map. I gotta say, the controls are awful. I don't know why they went with a dual style control. Like, so left controls the cursor, right controls the environment and not your dudes. And you need to control the environment somewhat before you can control anything else. I guess we're going back to our boat. There's a weird black border around the capture, though. Sea rats, remarks Hastybeard, squinting. What do you reckon they're after? Steadybeard frowns. I don't like it. Has the feel of mischief about it. Mischief away, grins Bravebeard, losing the sails. Oh no! It's dark inside the whale, but the men appear to be intact. A flickering ring of firelight cuts into the darkness before them. Oh. Great barnacled one. Join us, friends! From whence do you come? Asks one of the nymphs. We were sailing for adventure and heroic feats when this colossal whale fellow scooped us up, explains Steadybeard. It's really very discouraging. A man can't properly have an adventure at sea indoors, adds Bravebeard. Be calm, friend. Imagine the wave. Become the wave, advises a second nymph. The others exchange mellow glances, nodding approval. Can't say I follow the sentiment in that remark, comments Hastybeard, but if you'll advise us how to hop off this vessel, we'll be on our way. The great barnacled one brings us to a place we could not go ourselves. But those unwilling may depart through the fountain of the faithless, adds the nymph, gesturing sadly towards what appears to be a hatch. And our ship? She can't fit through that. Fear not. Once the great barnacled one reaches the place of promise, he will open wide the gate that may all go out as they came in. Okay. So either we escape with no ship, or wait for the creature to open his maw. The nymphs nod grandly. Time flows quickly in contemplation of the Great One's splendor. He who chooses the path of waiting is welcome here by the fire. Bravebeard's face shows alarm. I think we'd prefer to look around first. The nymphs begin to sway. But all is darkness beyond the circle of the Great One's love. You must first seek the enlightenment of... Found it, interrupts Hastybeard, grabbing a torch from the fire before them. Alright. Do I speak to them more, or...? The men fidget for a moment as Steadybeard clears his throat. If you don't mind our intrusion, we'll wait here with you fellas. Well, I guess I chose. Sit, friends. For those who follow the Great One, there is no mind. Aye, that's plain, grins Bravebeard. The three men sit. There's a silence, and the nymphs begin to speak in turn. Within the Great One, there is only... What? The Great One encircles us. It's too fast. The Great One's kindness is as... genetically modified potatoes, the men begin to nod off. Now catching only pieces of the nonsensical exchange as they fall into a deep sleep. Biodiversity. Final stop. Please exit through the front with your belongings. Those long-haired imps let us sleep through our stop, complains Hasty Beard as they set sail into the sunlight, out into the sunlight. Brave Beard merely shudders. May as well see where it is we have stopped anyway. Doesn't seem to be anything to the left. Oh, the cursor is very weird. It's a big dude. Great lumping landrats! Exclaims Bravebeard, edging away. Stop! The voice is deep and aged as the earth itself. Men and rocks stand staring at each other. Moments pass before the creature speaks again. You are small. Something about the naivete of this statement seems to ease the men. You're rather large yourself, tries Bravebeard hesitantly. Thank you, rumbles the small mountain simply. Would you like a flower? I am quite good at flowers. Oh, we don't want to be a bother, begins Hasty Beard. In fact, but the creature is already turning. Or maybe I will fetch 3, rumbling happily to itself. The geological oddity thunders away. The men breathe sighs of relief. Dude, I'm following that rock. I have done it! I have fetched a flower! The men turn reluctantly from the enticing safety of their boat to face the returning earthquake. Gently, the massive stone first places before them what appears to be an upended tree? Why, thank you, gushes Hasty Beard, elbowing the snickering Bravebeard. What a nice flower! The big creature beams. Uh-oh. The creature's shoulders slump, dejected. It has wilted. You know, I think I saw another one on the far end of the island, suggests Steadybeard. Why don't you go? I will fetch it, brightening the mountainous being. Brightening, the mountainous being turns once more to thunder away. Or maybe 3, Hasty Birds calls after him, grinning. Quick, while we have a chance, he adds in a whisper, leading the way to the boat. Okay. Uh-oh. Quite good at flowers. I don't really see anything here. I don't like the looks nor sound of that, worries Steadybeard over the distant rumble. I'd rather be fetching flowers with that walking rock pile on dry ground. On cue, a shower of rain tumbles over them. Suffering squid livers, howls Hasty Beard, will be sunk! They bail furiously, but the downpour is relentless. Through the eerie grey, they seem to hear the faint keening of wordless song. A flash of lightning suddenly illuminates their surroundings. "Womenfolk," yells Bravebeard. "There are womenfolk in the water!" His shout is followed closely by a splash as Hastybeard jumps in. Of all the kelp-headed halfwits, a second splash halts Steadybeard's analysis of the situation. Sighing deeply, he dives after him. Finding the dark water empty, the men quickly regret their course of action. That was definitely worth the silver trophy. Well met, bearded travelers. The voice is deep, musical. Hello? Stammers Bravebeard out. The absurdity of underwater speech only adds to the wonder apparent on his face. You've seen much this day, she continues, smiling. The man nod unnecessarily. Yet you have not seen all. She peers at each of them. Our paths lie untrodden behind you. Untrodden? Okay, untrodden, I get it. If it is in your hearts to seek these paths, another day awaits. Hastybeard clears his throat nervously. Pardon my interruption, ma'am, but we've no longer any vessel with which to seek them. Lost at sea she was. The silvery laugh ripples the water around them. You have traveled far without her, have you not? But do not be troubled. That which is lost may yet be found. May we meet again, at the end of another path. Inclining her glimmering head in farewell, the creature slips silently away into darkness. Is this the end of the video game? In the quiet that follows, the men find themselves still sinking. That was a gold trophy. Okay. Hey, I can't. Do I really want you to answer that? I'll find out. Is that a good or a bad thing, Akian? Hey, I have triple beard for a change, so... So I can go left or right. There's puffins. They don't appear to be doing anything. Puffins, is it, right? Not puffins. There's a moose! Doesn't do anything. Thought you'd find a way to that door eventually, the old man greets them. The familiar has a way of making itself new when you look at it sideways. Never seen that part of the island before, I'd bet. The men shake their heads. Still have the map? He questions. Steadybeard nods, silently passing it to him. Oh, we have more stuff on the map. I see you managed to find those adventurous deeds. And did you meet her? Aye, Bravebeard is first to the brothers to speak. Magnificent she was. Like the Schurm of old tales, whatever that means. But she told us we're more to see. Aye, it'll be there when you're ready for another go. The old man gestures to the books. Those shelves are full of tales like yours, and all with paths left untrod. There's a twinkle in his eye. I even contributed a few in my time. You see, he continues, what's left unwritten in one story can fill others. If you've the inclination to sail again, have yet another look at that shelf. Okay. Burly Men at Sea, Steadybeard reads aloud. Not a bad title, that. But what's all this numerical business on the spine? And how did... He gives them a sly look. That's another mystery, if you've the curiosity for it. And one last thing, continues the old man. I don't mind telling ye now that I was the one who sent your bottle to sea. I have another to be tossed out for the next curious soul. Will ye do the honor? Well, 27 minutes. I guess we'll do the other stories. I assume there's like multiple endings. Any thoughts? Aye. Alright. No. So, we take a look at the bookshelf, or what? Hasty Beard removes a small card from the book, squinting at it. Enter code at burlymen@sea.com mystery, he reads. Sounds like a load of bilge to me. What? Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Alright. I'm guessing the first choice is to not follow the nymphs. She's come back to us, exclaims Hasty Beard, and more lovely than we left her. Courtesy of Barnacle Transport Services Inc., reads Steadybeard from a notice on the sea. Why, that great blubbery bellyache did us a good deed. Alright, so let's talk to these again. Be welcomed, wayward pilgrims. For who can resist the majesty of the great barnacled one? So it is that we awaited your return. Hard to resist when you're sucked down like a clam in stew, growls Bravebeard. The Great One journeys this way daily, so that through him all may one day find the place of promise. Predictably, the nymphs trade nods of approval. Will you wait with us here by the fire, or is the way of the faithless you seek? Alright, we're gonna be faithless. A few barrels, left empty by the morning's interrupted work, now float free beside the boat. The men consider them in the torchlight. If we were the puzzle-solving sort, observes Hastybeard, I'd call that a solution. Aye, they'll float, nods Steadybeard, but not so well as our ship. Bravebeard scoffs, what are we, landsmen? Arms and legs float well enough. What? Guess I can't do anything with my boat. Hastybeard is fiery with excitement. Summon that fountain and let's be off. Bravebeard grumbles eloquently from his barrel. Steadybeard looks worried. Uh-oh. Wooden trousers. Tiring, the barrel-clothed men settle back to drift with the current. May as well see where this takes us, observes Steadybeard bleakly. Time passes. Bravebeard begins to snore raucously from behind. Raucously. Time passes. Ship ahead! The shout wakens Bravebeard, who eagerly overturns his barrel, resurfacing a moment later to cough out. It begins. What the devilry? Exclaims Hastybeard. The grim cloaked figure clears his throat as he approaches. Greetings, please climb aboard for your complimentary trip to the afterlife. Ah, well, replies Steadybeard. Thank you, but we'd prefer the long way. There's a long silence. The figure is masked, but the men feel distinctly that he is sulking. At least he heaves a desolate sigh. You do not willingly forfeit your souls, he pleads. It is quite painless, and I would at least be promoted from this apprentice issue, rowboat. Another silence follows. Then, he continues despairingly, there must be a race. At this, Hastybeard's face cheers significantly. Maybe you would be so kind as to lose? No, of course not, he sighs again deeply. We race through the cliffs of despair, he explains mournfully. If the three of you pass me at any point, I lose. If I take the lead, however, unlikely, I don't lose. Meaning you win? I had not thought of it that way, but I suppose that would be the case, yes. Without waiting to confer, Hastybeard sets off, paddling furiously. Go, Hastybeard. Oh no. Come on, Hastybeard. What's happening? Do I just stay ahead? I can choose to lose. Not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Do I just lose? I guess. Gliding to a stop, the cloaked figure turns sullenly to face them. What a surprise! How unexpected! Who could have guessed? Shouldn't you be a bit more chipper, having won and all? Prods Steadybeard. You might think so, he replies the creature, but now I will be giving a promotion. And a new boat, adds Bravebeard. The creature heaves a final desolate sigh. Exactly. Unable to follow his logic, the men discontinue the conversation and clamber dutifully aboard. Hastybeard sits at the back, sulking. They are soon asleep. The sun is setting when they later awake. Their captor is finishing what appears to have been a long, dull story as they approach the cavern of a stony island. "Where are we?" asks Hastybeard, forgetting to be cross. "Is this the afterlife?" The cloaked figure snorts. "One does not simply sail into the afterlife. This," he continues unhappily, "is a cave I have found. It is probably not a very good cave." "It does seem to be a cave," agrees Teddybeard, "but what's it for?" "It is for you to wait in while I fetch my supervisor. Though I expect that he will revoke my license and sentence me to exile." He adds a characteristic sigh. Shrugging, the men climb out. Hastybeard salutes the sad figure paddling away. "He sealed us in, the slimy barnacle," rages Bravebeard into the darkness. Struggling futilely at the door, the men fail at first to notice the strange blue orb that materializes in the darkness behind them. There's 2 doors to choose. Halting before 2 tunnels, Bravebeard breaks the silence. "Well, which is it?" "Best wait to see what our weak guides have to say about it," advises Teddybeard, stroking his beard sagely. "They've yet to steer us wrong." "Yet," growls Hastybeard. We'll pick the left one, I guess. Or not. "Hope you don't mind getting your beards wet," grins Hastybeard, as they peer over the edge to the fathomless water below. The orbs lead out through the cavern. Wait, let me start that again. The orbs lead on, out through the cavern's deep tunnels and beyond the island. When finally the last fades, no more appear. Panicking, the men swim frantically towards what they hope is the surface. Is this the end of our story again? Getting your beards wet. No, we're drowning. This looks familiar. We meet again, bearded travelers. You have sought new paths this day, she smiles. The men nod unnecessarily. Yet still others lie untrodden behind you. Her gaze is deep, searching. It is well for you to bear the look of those who would seek them. May we meet again at the end of another path. Inclining her glimmering head in farewell, the creature slips silently away into darkness. So we have the option to pick the right side door. We also have the option to not use a barrel, I think, and pull the thing. What's it called in English? The thing at the back of your throat. You made soup for lunch? Did nearly mess it up? What did you do to mess up soup? Oh, well, that's one thing you can mess up. That's right. Can we go right? Nope. What type of soup is it? Had another go, did you? The old man greets them, smiling. Well, let's see it. Aye, he sighs. Beautiful, that is. As they turn to the shelf, he nods. I'd wager there's room for more up there. Does this guy have to say anything else? The old fella tells me you found what you were looking for, he says, lowering his flute for the moment. Bet it'd make a good song. Lentil soup. Alright, up to another adventure. Let's see if we can actually go in here without the barrels. That'll be our exit, observes Hastybeard eagerly. Give her a tug! But we aren't properly flotated, contends the nervous Steadybeard. We can't go about tossing ourselves overboard without certain assurances. Rubbish, grunts Bravebeard. Give me water and I'll teach you to carry me. Alright, we're jumping in without a barrel. Fountain of the Faithless. Does that all have all the things? Give me water, he says, crawls Hastybeard. Well, we've water all right, and to spare. Any other requests? Bravebeard aims a fish at his head. Shaking his head, Steadybeard resolutely to swim. My God, words. Alright, Steadybeard begins resolutely to swim. That's an odd placement of that word, though. I'd, think it would be at the end of the sentence. I mean, I still have options I know I can do, so... Land ho! Steadybeard's sudden shout brings the company to a halt. An island? Odd that they hadn't noticed it before. Unconcerned by this mystery, the men splash frantically towards it and clamber up, panting. Recovering first, Hastybeard stands surveying the bald hill around them. Not much to it, he observes, but it's dry land in any case. Aye, but what sort of dry land? Or land? Steadybeard bends to poke the ground, which gives slightly beneath his finger. This no rock nor dirt. He pokes it again. Water begins suddenly to boil, the island itself shuddering in an ominous rumble. Bravebeard leaps forward with a grin, dragging a terrified Steadybeard. This has the markings of a heroic adventure, or I'm a sea cucumber. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. Uh-oh. With eager yell, Bravebeard charges, launching himself onto the tentacle. Don't just stand staring, you blighted barnacles, help me! Before they can act, another tentacle flies from the water behind them. I feel like you can let your guys get grabbed, and that's a different story. As the whimpering creature tugs half-heartedly at its captured tentacles, Bravebeard addresses it. Seems we've a bargain to make, beastie. You ferry us to safety, and in return, we'll detangle this little predicament you got yourself into. What do you say? The creature gulps, giving a quick nod. You can beat death? Okay, good to know. Rest then. Let's be off, commands Bravebeard, striking a leaderly pose. As the sun sets before them, the silhouette of a distant land comes into view. "That'll do, beastie. Over there," calls Bravebeard to their steed. Eager to please, the big creature gives a nod, speeding ahead. Having released its tentacles, Bravebeard pats the huge green head fondly, and disembarks after the others. "Aye then, you're free to go. Behave yourself." The creature gives a salute and disappears into the waves. You can cursor his head, or cursor over Grim. Alright. The waterfall appears lit from within, drawing the men as it cascades down the rock face. Beneath its roar, they can hear the faint sound of music. "I bid you welcome, travelers," pronounces the man. "Thou hast wandered far, but thy quest is now at an end. I will now bestow upon thee the gift long sought." The men exchange eager looks. What might that be?" inquires Teddybeard. "The gift of..." An object materializes over the old man's head. "Music!" "That's a fiddle," observes Bravebeard. "Music!" repeats the man solemnly. Hastybeard gives an awkward cough. "Ahem. Very thoughtful of you," begins Steadybeard uncomfortably. "But we aren't exactly of a musical bent, if you take my meaning." Confounded, the old man seems to have forgotten his raised arms. When he finally speaks, his voice is strained. "Music! Then why hast thou disturbed my solitude?" The men shrug. "We'd be pleased to leave thou to it," replies Hastybeard, "if you've got anything else here that floats." With a glare, the old man snaps his fingers, and a raft appears in the water near them. "Begone, and do not disturb me again." Can I disturb him again? Again! The waterfall parts as the old man begins solemnly. "I bid you well," he stops infuriated. "Hast thou no heed of my warning?" "So be it. Thus is thy fate sealed." An ominous rumble follows his words. With a roar, the island sinks slowly into the ocean, carrying all hands with it. And that's the end of our tale. Oops. I can't speed this up. Have I seen any movies? Yeah, we watched The Lost Starfighter, and I watched El Corazón del Guerrero. Did I watch anything else? I'll check. We meet again, bearded travelers. Yeah, The Lost Starfighter was good. Oh, the Greasy Strangler. You have soft new pods this day, she smiles. The man nod unnecessarily. Yeah, we all hated it. Yet still others lie untrodden behind you. Blah blah blah, we've seen this. It was so bad, FK. It was so bad. You're a bullshit artist. It's just... It's very uncomfortable, that movie. The music! The music, like, the first time you hear it, it's like, okay, cool, this is kind of different. And then it just repeats for 90 minutes. You disagree? I don't know. It was just a bad movie. Alright, what shall we do next? We can lose, we can win against death, I guess. Do we have to fill this entire bar? Or this entire shelf? How many endings are there? Two main ones, and the rest are just dead ends. Barrel endings, no barrel endings, wait endings. Alright. There are 4 endings with the barrel. There are 4 endings with no barrel. And there are 4 endings with waiting. Alright. We've gotten 1 of each now. Alright, let's do another barrel ending, I guess. We can beat death and see where that takes us. There's 12 endings. Can't say I'm keen to squeeze back into one of those, says Steadybeard, with a shake of his head, especially with that gloomy fella still at large. Aye, he won't forget us easily, grins Hastybeard. Shall we give him another run? Only if those beefy arms of yours can manage in a different finish, suggests Bravebeard, ignoring Hastybeard's glare. He didn't take kindly to the other. Alright. Let's beat death. Or Death's apprentice. Last time I tried to click on death, it didn't do anything, but... Tiring, the men begin once more to drift with the current. No sign of him yet, observes Steadybeard. Just the smell of gloom and eternal despair on the wind. Time passes. Bravebeard begins to snore raucously from behind. Again, time passes. Death arrives. Ahoy there! Hold, not click. The grim figure says nothing as they approach. His mask is sullen blank. Oh, hello. Bravebeard grins affably. Still paddling about in that old thing. Promotions, glares the mask, are not bestowed on failures, which, as you may observe, accurately summarizes the whole of my achievements. The men shift uncomfortably in their barrels. Anyway, begins Hastybeard after a moment. What do you say to another race? Once more he sets off without waiting a response. Ah, okay. Now it works. Really very sorry for scuttling your promotion and all that, offers Steadybeard. It's not so bad, tries Bravebeard. You're a boat, and that's a nice scary mask. I do have a nice mask, sniffs the muffled voice. Great, well, goodbye, calls Hastybeard, paddling away. The others join him. The long way. After a time, the men begin to notice something about the setting sun. Its course seems to be drifting gradually left. Never seen the sun move like that, Bravebeard muses aloud. What's it up to? Steadybeard looks worried. I have a feeling it's more serious than a wayward sun. Did you note the wind? Can't seem to make up its mind. Aye, far worse, realizes Hastybeard. It's a current we're caught in. And a mischievous one by my reckoning, adds Steadybeard, his voice growing with more tense. We're drifting in a circle, faster and faster by the minute. Bravebeard's shout names their fear. Maelstrom! From high above, the water's accelerating swirl is unmistakable. The men paddle furiously, but the widening vortex is inescapable. They are carried deeper, thrown against the rising wall of water. Can I do anything about it? Oh, what? Oh. I can make it go faster. Or slower. What? Collapsing, the maelstrom tosses the men in their barrels towards the surface. Ah, okay, this is another chance for an ending. I can make the maelstrom bigger or smaller. Out of the deepening. We meet again, bearded travelers. You have sought new paths this day. Okay. Her words seem to linger, leaving them quiet as they drift on in the fog. So there should be 2 more barrel endings. One of them is the right side of the cave, and the other one is probably drowning in the vortex, or the maelstrom. I guess we'll get him out of the way first. Come on. Well, that's 4 done. 8 to go. I assume they get faster every time, though. Alright, let's lose and go the right side in the cave. Somewhat annoying that you can't fast forward. Alright. Any new dialogue? I suppose you'll counsel me again to cheer up, sighs the cloaked figure, as the trailing men slow to a stop. Hooray, as it were. Wouldn't want to muck with your endearing nature, snipes Hastybeard. It is rather endearing, acknowledges the creature. With somewhat more reluctance than before, the men climb aboard. With a good deal less reluctance, they are soon asleep. The sun is setting when they later awake. Bravebeard yawns loudly, interrupting what sounds like another dull story. Where are we this time? This, their captor begins, is another cave I have found. It's the same cave, points out Steadybeard. Oh, the creature sighs mournfully. I seem to have ruined everything. Please disembark so that you may escape while I fetch my supervisor. Shrugging, the men climb out. Hastybeard salutes the sad figure paddling away. Halting before the two tunnels, Bravebeard breaks the silence. Hope you're not taking us left again, little fella. Got anything dry? Looks like our cheerful friend forgot to lock the back door, grins Bravebeard. Following the glow of moonlight, the men step out eagerly into the night. The back door. Can I not go? Ah, there we go. We meet again. Alright, there's one more barrel ending, which is after winning. What was after winning? Oh yeah, the druid. I have to not talk to the druid again, I guess. Oh no, that was a different one. The maelstrom. I have to make them drown in the maelstrom. This game has too many endings for as little game there is, to be honest. I have 7 more endings to find, and I'm already kinda tired of the game. Mostly because it's so slow-paced. And there's no way of speeding it up. And you have to go through this shit every time, and blah blah blah. Alright. So I have to win against death. Again. Having to do most of this stuff 4 times is kind of rough. Okay, so now we win again. All right. Let's kill these guys. As before, the setting sun begins to drift. I feared as much, says Steadybeard. That devil of a whirlpool is just waking up, and we've dropped in it at mealtime. Hope he's still eating light. Hastybeard reflects uneasy. Nope, this time you're going down. Once again, the men are thrown struggling into the inescapable vortex. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. The maelstrom widens, rolling faster as it swallows the barrels and drags the men from them into the deepening darkness. Alright. That should be everything for the barrel endings. We meet again, bearded travelers. For the 6th time. So that's half of the endings. This part should really be faster to just get to the next story. Come on. Or something different here, like added animals or whatever, would make it more interesting. Give you at least some reward for clearing endings. All you get now is more books on the shelves. This is more of a punishment than a reward to beat a storyline, to be honest. Alright, 6 done, 6 to go. Hey, legs. So now we're gonna take the way out without a barrel. We'll beat the squid again, and then we're gonna take the raft that the druid gives us. At least this first part is gonna be faster. That great green landmass of a creature is likely still out there, cautioned Steadybeard. Pull that and we'll find ourselves getting swatted again. He didn't mean anything by it, Bravebeard defends. Poor beastie's just a lonely. Just a lonely. I say we grab ourselves something to increase air resistance, thereby altering our trajectory, suggests Hastybeard. Best if it floats too. There's a stunned silence. We've done all the barrel endings, so we're going in without one. Seems your beastie had a prior engagement, comments Steadybeard, turning to Bravebeard. Leastways, he's not here to greet us. Guess we could take a look from atop that big green island, anyway. Huh? Reflects Hastybeard. Kinda reminds me of... Help me, you miserable sand slugs, yells Bravebeard, clinging to the tentacle. Can't we try something else? Shouts Hastybeard as another tentacle emerges. Sad squid. Hello again, beastie, Bravebeard greets the creature. How about another ride? As the sun sets before them, a familiar silhouette of an island comes into view. That'll do, beastie, over there, calls Bravebeard to their steed. Think we'll drop in on our musically inclined friend. Give me that raft. As the creature leaves them, disappearing into the waves, the men approach the cascading waterfall. Beneath its roar, they can hear the faint sound of music. 90 minutes of talking is getting to me. Right. I bid you welcome, travelers, pronounces the man. Thou hast wandered far, but thy quest is now at an end. I will now bestow upon thee the gift long sought. Oh, he realizes, scowling. It is thee. Hey, fella, Bravebeard calls out. How's the fiddle business treating you? The old man growls, summoning the Ralph with a familiar snap. Begone. Alright, and now we take the raft, rather than opening the waterfall again. The men push off, paddling the raft beyond the island and into the night. And that's ending number 7. I guess the other two endings are gonna be gonna involve getting grabbed by the squid. Come on, open the door. Okay. It really does take too long between stories. Alright, here we go again. I've done 7, so 5 to go. Two more on this story and then 3 on waiting. Alright, let's get grabbed by the squid. Huh? Yeah, we've read this. Alright, let's read up how to get these other things. Defeat or be defeated by the jellyfish. Let's see. How do I get defeated by the jellyfish? Need of assistance? I'm not sure. Squid. No. Jellyfish. How do I do this fight? Okay. You need to drop the bearded men 3 times, apparently. Hey, Skyline. That's kinda a weird way of doing this one. There we go. Creature drags the struggling men deeper beneath the waves, finally tossing them aside in disgust. Vengeance satisfied, it swims away. The men float dazed, unsure for the moment which direction is up. Nice day, comments a passing seal. They stare as it swims on. A voice breaks into panic. Are you in need of assistance? The brothers flail, now beginning to gulp water. Right then, barks the seal, and it's gone as quickly as it had come. The men begin to sink despondently. As their eyes darken, the men seem to hear singing, coming nearer, nearer. Are they creating an air bubble? Okay. The first seal speaks. The transformation will hold until you reach the surface. But you must keep together or risk breaking the spell in early. And now, large gentlemen, we must part. Farewell. With perfectly coordinated dives, the seals disappear back into the depths. God, those are some fat seals. Heedless of the warning, the burly seals spread out as they swim, until the spell around them weakens and they become human once more. The men make a last futile effort to surface, but finally sink, exhausted. I guess I fucked up. Okay, so to do the other one, I need to make sure we don't... we have to stay in the circle, I think. I swam too fast. Hasty Beard was... sealed our fate by trying to go as fast as possible. Darn you, Hasty Beard. And now we have to take way too long to get to the next story. Which is mostly the same, just we have to stick together as seals. Alright. That was ending 8 of 12. Oh, come on. All right. My thoughts of this game are, it's too short for one playthrough, and it's too long for all playthroughs. I don't know. There's not enough game to warrant 12 endings. Especially if it means you have to do the same shit many times over. Come on, grab a dude. More hand rest, that's true. I'm scared of pilot wings, man. I already checked. I'll have to play on emulator because I have the Japanese cart, and all the explanations and everything is just in Japanese, so I won't be able to understand shit. I'll just emulate the English version. I could do that too, but I mean, I won't make progress in my backloggery. Are you in need of further assistance? The man flailed eloquently, but he's gone just as quickly. I don't have these games in my backloggery. These are just PlayStation Plus games, so... I guess. Yeah, NBA Jam really fucked up my hand, especially my right hand. Alright, we need to keep together. God. Why are you so hasty, Hasty Beard? How do you do this? What am I doing? I mean, I'm moving slightly upwards each time, right? Ah, there we go. What? That was weird. Surfacing, they find themselves men once more, who for the moment splash about like happy children under the moonlit sky. Finally sobering, the men look around. Ahead, a stony moss cuts a dark silhouette against the stars, and they approach it with eager strokes. Still, it's a little more than a rock, muses Steadybeard as they swim. What then? Without answer, the men continue quietly into the darkness. Nice day. Is it getting daytime? I guess it is. All right. That is 9 endings, 3 to go. All the endings are way too similar as well. What can you even do differently on the waiting story, though? Probably has something to do with The Rock. Dwayne. All right. Other side. Okay. Now see here, begins Steadybeard. Last time we sat with you fellas, you let us miss our stop. How do we know we can trust you? Sit, friends, to the Great One. All are worthy to trust the untrustworthy. Bravebeard snorts loudly, but the 3 men sit once more. There is a silence, and the nymphs begin to speak in turn. Within the Great One, there is only... oh yeah, whatever. Nothingness is as nothing. The Great One brings to us. Final stop! Please exit through the front with your belongings. Again! Bellows Hasty Beard as they sail out. I'll wring their pasty blue necks. I wonder if I can just set sail immediately, but... I don't know. Oh, that does nothing. Let's see if we can set sail again. Yep, we can. I say we sail on, presses Hasty Beard. But first, I suppose you've a mind to totter about and disturb the local wildlife. He glares at their eager faces. Okay, we're not allowed to leave. Once again, men and rock stand facing one another. Then suddenly, a general chaos breaks out. "Small beings!" booms the small mountain. "You have come back!" The men step forward tentatively. Hello again, big fella," begins Bravebeard. "How are the flowers?" "Flowers!" shouts the grog creature. "Shall I fetch one, shall I?" Hasty Beard feigns excitement. "Oh, would you?" Before he finishes, the creature is already stumping away. Alright. So what do I do differently? "I've done it! I have fetched a flower!" The men turn reluctantly from the enticing safety of their boat to face the returning earthquake. Gently, the massive stone first fist places before them what appears to be an upended tree. So last time I knocked over the tree. "Why, thank you," gushes Hasty Beard, elbowing and snickering Bravebeard. "What a nice flower." The big creature beams. Uh-oh. Alright, we didn't take the flower. "Wake up, small beings! I have thrown away the dreadful boat!" Groaning, the men pick themselves up. At the sight of the now vacant water, three faces suddenly grow pale beneath beards. "I am quite good at throwing," adds the creature proudly. "Oh," snarts Hasty Beard suddenly. "Then why don't you take your precious flower and..." "Great idea," cuts in Steady Beard. "How about a demonstration?" Hasty Beard glowers as the creature breaks into a chaos of celebration. "Hold it," shouts Steady Beard. "There's a hitch. It's not a proper demonstration if you don't see it land," he pretends to think. "That is a good point," admits the rock creature, sighing. "Oh, I've got an idea," continues Steady Beard, winking at the others. "Why don't you throw us with it?" The others gape in horror for a moment before catching on. "What an opportunity! We'll see your skill firsthand," chimes in Beard. The creature, who had been looking between them uncertainly, resumes celebrating as the men clamber quickly onto the tree. "Are you ready, small beings?" Quite good at throwing. After a few moments, its smile begins to fade. Oh. No ship in sight, growls Hastybeard. The brute must have tossed her elsewhere. As the makeshift vessel floats on against the setting sun, there's a sudden splash. The men brace themselves, but the tree glides on, unhindered. Twice more, they hear a disturbance in the water, but see nothing. The evening stretches on, their confidence waning with the sunlight. It fears to face us in daylight, the coward, snarls Bravebeard. They wait, uneasy. Uh-oh. Foiled by the tree, the massive jaws of some unseen leviathan crunch to a halt. A laugh bursts from Bravebeard. Poor beastie got something stuck in his teeth. Aye, if it holds, sobs Steadybeard, eyeing Hastybeard's refuge at the center. Refuge. So... I can make it snap or I can eat them. Point. The jaw snaps shut over the shattered tree, launching the men out into the deepening darkness. Satisfied, the creature sinks back into the depths. Unsure which way is up, the men struggle to surface in the empty dark water. Foiled by the tree. Alright, so I know what the 11th ending is, or what I have to do to get the 11th ending, but I'm not sure what to do for the last ending. It has to do something with the flower, but... well, most likely. I know the first time we did that, there were a bunch of mermaids, and then we jumped into the water to get the mermaids, but I'm not sure how to do anything else there. Alright, that's ending number 10. I wonder if we're gonna get anything special for getting all the endings. And let's do the same thing over, but just with a different thing in the end. We're gonna have the alligator swallow them. All right. At least this one should be fairly quick. Threw it away again, did you? Sighs Bravebeard. Oh yes, the creature beams. I am quite good at throwing. Don't suppose you'd want to show us how that it goes again? Tries Steadybeard without much hope. Unexpectedly, the creature again dissolves into a happy chaos. I will show you how it goes. Ready, small beings? And there they go again. Alright, time to get eaten. As the makeshift vessel floats against the settling sun, there's a sudden splash. Guess that beastie didn't learn his lesson last time, grins Bravebeard. Gobble. Oh. Okay. As the creature dies away in the moonlight, there's no further sound but the soft brush of waves on wood. The men paddle on. That was not what I was expecting to happen. Poor beastie. Okay. And that's ending 11. One more. I don't know what happens after you knock over the flower, though. It looks like my capture is kind of choppy compared to how the game is running on the PS4. Should probably look into that, why it's choppy. Like the scrolling is not smooth on the capture, but it is smooth on the PS4. Are those 11 books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. One more. I've only seen this 12 times now. Alright. Let's talk to the big rock again. You're intrigued. It's a 25-minute game that you have to play 12 times, Belthic. And I'm on the 12th story, so... Alright, let's touch the flower again, I guess? Creature slumbers. The creature's shoulders slump, dejected. It has wilted again. I will fetch another. Turning, the mountainous creature begins to stump away. and stops. Maybe it will grow back, the creature suggests, turning back. At their chorus of protest, the big creature shrugs and continues on. As he thunders away, they breathe a sigh of relief. "Quick!" whispers Hasty Beard. Alright, we're out of here. Yeah, the art is nice. There's like 3 main stories, and then you can choose 4 different paths in each story. With 12 endings in total. "What is it with this place?" shouts Bravebeard over the rumble. "I'm starting to think Old Man Thunder has a quarrel with Beards." As rain tumbles heavily over them, they begin to hear a familiar wordless chorus. The mermaids are back. Alright, let's go left, I guess? What? Oh. Well, okay. The men have little time to wonder at the sudden calm before rain closes about them once more. The boat begins to weigh heavy in the water. "Curse it! She's a goner!" shouts Hasty Beard. "Best grab something that floats." Clinging to wooden barrels, they watch their beloved ship sink into the depths. Gradually, the storm slackens and passes into the night. There's no sound now, beyond the hollow brush of wood and wave. She's a goner. You've done... Wait, this has a platinum trophy? Okay. 2 hours, 25 minutes for platinum. Oh, games have changed. How many plats? I don't know, I'll check after we're done here. Okay, is this gonna say anything else? "It is well that we meet this day, bearded travelers," speaks the now familiar voice. "This day, you reach the end of a story," she continues, "and the last of its paths." "But we've only just started," cries Bravebeard. Her silvery laugh washes over them. "And was it not a good story? But do not be troubled. Beyond this place lie other stories, each with its own paths. And," she adds, smiling, "even the familiar can make itself new." As the men wonder where they've heard this before, the creature bows solemnly. "May we meet again in some other story." With this, she slips silently away. I think I have like 15 plats, I don't even know. Platinum trophies used to give you a shit ton of, like, PlayStation experience, but they've changed the system so Platinum trophies don't actually give you experience anymore. They, rebalanced it that all the other achievements just give you more in total. And the Platinum is just, yeah, you've done all of them, but doesn't actually add anything. Had another go, did ya? The old man greets them smiling. Aye, beautiful. They turn to the filled shelf. You've done it, whispered the old man simply. Okay. Do we get to hear anything from the other characters? The old fella tells me you found what you're looking for, he says, lowering his flute for the moment. Bet it'd make a good song. Okay, that's it. Well, we got the platinum, so yep, that's it, I guess. Maybe if we set sail again, we get credits. Doubtful. Nope. Well, that's somewhat disappointing. Alright, that ends the playthrough then.